All right, hey, what's happening, folks? Greetings. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. Sorry. But man, you guys were awesome in preparation for this video. Y'all were filling out all kinds of questions and whatnot, and I even wrote them down. You know, I'm studious, I care, I did my homework. And so tonight should be a pretty good live session. We've had some technical issues in the past, me trying to do little live streams where I didn't have really secure internet. We've got good internet tonight. So I expect no interruptions, and really I just want to hear from you guys. I'm going to work through some of these questions and then really try my best to keep up with the comments. Oh God, they're already started. 40 seconds in, we're like 300 people. What's going on, William? I'll greet a few more as side plates or no side plates. If I do side plates at all, it'd be soft armor. There's something to be said. I mean, you can think about, the old Knights Templar. The old knights, monastic knights, and they got like chain mail, and you get so protected you can barely move. So there's two schools of thought. If you're slow, you better armor up very well. If you aren't armored well, you better be fast like a gazelle. Small target, always moving. So I, obviously not a hulking mass of a man, I was always the rabbit. You jump through a window, clear 2 rooms before the big guy gets out of the truck, and that's your strength as a little guy, right? So anyway, all right, I need your tack gear. Hey, yep, yes you do. No, most of this crap you do not need. I mean, it's not crap. I love this stuff. It's fun stuff. Shout out Brandy. What's happening, Brandy Jones? Greetings from Kosovo. Cool. That's awesome. Way to go. Small person power. Rock on. Morgan! Morgan, what's happening? Just left Bible study with some dear friends and told her to give me a shout out, and she did. So way to go. Shout out from Alabama. Alabama, I was just with you a while ago. How tall are you? I'm this tall, right about here. Right there. Dad joke. But for days, right? All right, cool. All right, hey, let me jump through some of these questions. I'm going to give preeminence to those who planned ahead and went to the YouTube comment section and put stuff in. So first question is, hey John, and I just actually put that in. They didn't say hey John, but hand-to-hand and real-world application and special operations. There's a lot of kung fu-ery, and I have a lot to say about this. I'm pretty far out of martial arts shape. I don't fight a whole lot, man. I'm running a couple different businesses, trying to keep up with you cats, and traveling the country doing training. And when I'm not doing that, I'm trying to kill it as a dad and kill it as a husband. So and those are not my priorities in order. But suffice it to say, something's got to give, and I want to get back into jiu-jitsu. I was a big jiu-jitsu guy. I mean, I was really into jiu-jitsu. I was really into wrestling before that. I'm cross-training in some Krav Maga and some stand-up martial arts as well. I'm just really, my good stuff is on the ground. Some good hand-to-hand stuff. When you're in the military, hand-to-hand combat really revolves around a weapon system. That's what you want to be able to do. It's all on that weapon system. So to go all kung fu on somebody isn't really necessary. Now, I have found that more than some MMA application, which some of it does that, all of a sudden you're cutting into a room, you need to move to your point of domination, and some joker you're interchange face to face with, you've got to bulldoze through that guy. And as soon as you do, weapon system may be taken out of the fight, not because you can't use it immediately, but because it takes a certain amount of psychological lag time before you can acquire, identify, and engage that. All of a sudden you hook around a corner or enter into a room and you come muzzle to sternum with somebody. That's a muzzle thump. And usually the muzzle thump isn't because we hate somebody and want to aggressively collapse their sternum and their face on top of them. It's because you surprised us, and you have to choose between, would you like a bullet or would you like a muzzle thump? And so a lot of that is drive the person to the ground, overwhelm them, and as they are bleeding in a heap on the floor, you can have now time to assess whether this is a lethal threat or whether this was somebody who was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. It is a tender mercy to muzzle thump this person, or really to now if all of a sudden you weren't able to knock them down and you stay on your feet, now it's a hand-to-hand fight. And really, in a military context, you should have dudes that are dominating the room around you. And as soon as their sectors are clear, the room is called clear, other folks are going to come to assist you, and you really just need to not die. Don't get shot, don't get stabbed. So this is kind of like wrestling, wrist control, hand control kind of stuff. So there's one martial arts application that's very realistic. Now, the secondary martial arts application that's real world militaristic, helpful, is kind of small joint manipulation, especially with a language barrier. What can be really helpful when you don't speak Pashto or Farsi or whatever language that is the barrier from you being able to effectively communicate with whoever you want to do something. Everyone speaks the language of pain, in which case small little joint manipulations. I was able to drive terrorists around a battlefield where I was at, and not just terrorists, just people suspected of terrorism, that you really don't have time to sort out the mail right then and there because you're kicking doors and figuring stuff out, right? Let the secret squirrels sort the bad from the good. Our job is to bag and gag, right? So anyway, on good intel, you're not just don't want to get in trouble. Oh, that felt awesome. Anyway, it's just little small joint manipulations so you can flex, cuff, or just disincentivize them to fight, so you don't just have to go start pounding on somebody. So anyway, there's some real world fighting applications. All of it really is built around a weapon system. So it's not that you need to go all kung fu on somebody, but you do need to be able to immediately immobilize somebody and physically control them with your hands. Small joint manipulations can be really, really good when you're taking prisoners and when you're trying to move them around, and this kind of after the heat of the action, in the middle of the heat of the action, gun goes down or something like that. So anyway, that'll be how I handle that question. And that's a kind of a militaristic or even a law enforcement application. Law enforcement application, even more so, I would say you probably have to have a little bit better martial arts hand-to-hand game, but yeah, you never know. Your reactionary gap in law enforcement seems to be a little bit shorter, which means you really need to be on your game, and hopefully you just mitigate or sidestep all that with use of non-lethals. Let's say, do I like the AK platform? Yes, I do, but there's a reason why the United States went to the M4 platform. I think it's superior in a lot of ways. But that's not to discount the AK platform, which is a real respectable setup. It has been for a very, very long time. It's a tough, battle-proven, hardy gun. And so the AK is all right. And if you want to run any of my carbine classes, you are able to jump in. Hey, fun with guns, what's happening? Yeah, you are late. How dare you? Everybody shame him for being late. So, no, just kidding. Hey, what's happening? Let's see, next thing, does 40 cal suck and why? I'm not going to say 40 cal sucks, I'll say I don't prefer it. And it's not because I'm being diplomatic, I'll say some stuff sucks, but anyway, 40 cal can get, I went through a phase where I shot 40 cal, not 9, and this wasn't a long time ago, this was a couple years ago, and it's because some buddies who had a really rich uncle dropped me off lots and lots of free 40 cal ammo. And so I just shot 40 cal for a while because it was all free and had a whole big mess of it. And then when I jumped back to 9mm, which is my preferred caliber, I was able to handle recoil just a little bit better. But for shooting 9 and 40 for me, almost for recoil management and running just different drills, it's almost, not indistinguishable, but almost indistinguishable. I do about the same. But the big problem is if in terms of damage, advances in modern munitions, the 9 is really hanging with the 40 in terms of what it's doing to put folks down. So 9 is already advanced, and then it just becomes a thing of, if you can shoot a 40 well, you can probably handle a 9, shoot it faster and more accurately. It's probably going to do very, very comparable damage, but here's the big kicker. It's not only less expensive to shoot, you can have a lot more bullets, and a lot more bullets is the best argument. In my opinion, more bullets, better. So yeah, 9 is better. So if you want to shoot 40, I'm not going to shame you for it. But those are my thoughts. So anyway, can I marry my goat in a Catholic church? Yeah, sure. No, you can't. Cocking serrations on front. Why do people have cocking serrations on the front of their guns? Let me see if I can find a gun with cocking serrations. Aha. All right, very good. So right up here, you see cocking serrations on this. This is My Trident defense gun, obnoxious gun. I say it's like 90% awesome, 10% obnoxious, because it's like, what do you do with this? I'm like, well, if you competed, you could have this beast. This thing is incredible. But anyway, you don't have to go get something like this. I like shooting stock guns, but this is about as cool as you get. But you see all these grooves in the front. A lot of this mill work, this slide work, is built to reduce slide weight, so that the recoil isn't going to ka-chunk as much, offset the addition of RMR and whatnot. But any type of texture right here allows folks to be able to pull back on the slide right here, so that you can look in that chamber and do a little press check. And that's what that's for. And some people will actually load their gun that way or clear a stoppage like that. I don't do it that way. I'll come over the top to be able to clear my stoppages, but some people do. My big thing is, if you're going to do that, just ensure that your hand is never crossing in front of the muzzle at any time. A lot of folks I'll see who interface way up here on the slide to, whether it's to press check, clear a stoppage, or load, then they can drop their hand in front of the muzzle, either coming to it or coming from it, and that's unacceptable because it's a violation of our universal firearm safety rule. Never point your gun at anything you don't intend to destroy, and I don't intend to destroy my hand, right? So there's that, groovy, and party on. All right, most used weapon is my, this is my most used weapon. It's my Glock 19. I started testing out an RMR maybe, I don't know how long ago. I'm a dude, I can't really remember time. Maybe as much as half a year ago. And I was testing it out for some stuff. It's the red dot's really worse in some ways. If I'm doing demos out on a flat range, I will do better on almost everything with iron sights. When I start moving or doing something at distance, the red dot can start taking advantage. But really, in a shoot house, in a real life encounter, sympathetic nervous system response, being able to threat focus, so for a room clearing capacity, red dot's going to take the day, because it lets you threat focus and still see very crisp dot. And there's some other considerations, night vision, low light stuff, where this is going to take the day. So it's yay and boo on that. What holster is this? This is a tier 1 concealed holster. And I will put a link for it in the description below. Help me remember, guys, or somebody, yeah, anyway. All right, let me get back to my questions, and then I'm going to really jump in and start reading more of these comments. They are flooding through. Hey, I miss doing live videos, man. I really fell off around Christmas doing stuff, but this is fun for me. So anyway, still pushing through the questions, and as soon as I do, I'll start looking at this stuff. EDC knife, I'll add EDC knife to this. I'll probably do a video on it. I'm really picky when it comes to knives, and I actually sent off a design today to a custom knife maker, so maybe we'll do something like that. But I'm not a huge fan of expensive, high dollar custom knives either. So if I start selling that on the website, it'll be with the caveat emptor. Hey, this isn't like, you don't need some $400, $300, and I'm not saying it'll cost that much, to do something. You can have something cheap that gets the job done well, but this would be like a collector that was also had really good practicality. But just, I guess I'm sensitive to the fact that not all of you are just, and all of us are as price inelastic as other folks, and I want to give you all good value. So for instance, here's the Surefire, the Tactician. It's $150. Here's the Streamlight. This is $50. It does virtually the same thing, and it has rechargeable batteries. If all things remaining equal, I think the Surefire is a slightly better light for EDC, and I'll carry it because I got it for free. This, if money was really, really an issue, this is a third the price and it gets you almost there. So I love the Streamlight and think that the Surefire, the new one, is a little bit better. but man, I love this Streamlight. And so I want to be able to have good options for everybody. So, because all y'all are coming from different places. So that's kind of my my stuff that I'm going to approach to. I want to be responsible, recognizing a lot of you guys are going to make decisions based off of my recommendations. And I hold that as a sacred trust. That's not my opinion is not for sale. My good opinion is not for sale. My opinion is certainly for sale. You wanna pay me to review something? I'll do it. But I may say, thank you for your money and your product sucks. I will not recommend it. Here's the things you need to fix before I'll share it with my folks in my society. Right? So, all right, let me jump back into these questions. EDC knife is something I need to talk about. Where should I seek credible training and how do you judge credibility? The guy was asking about getting some type of credentialed training, come to someone like me or somebody else. Hey, how do you know what's good training? Now, if you ask the place, of course, I'm the best thing since sliced bread and my resume, blah, blah, blah. Me, I'm the greatest shooter of all time, said every local gun dude ever. So I guess with credibility, and I'm not holding myself up as the gold standard here or by any means, but I think that there's kind of one of the big three. If you go to a professional trainer that does that for a living, the things that you're looking for is one of the big three. And this is for like kind of top level training. They've either been a highly ranked competitive shooter and just known because, hey, it's Jerry Mikulek. I don't think he was law enforcement. I don't think he ever served in the military, but the guy is a maniac. Are you kidding me? That old man is insane. He's not really a man. He's a robot. And so if Jerry Mikulek says it, it's credible because his results speak for itself. So one, just a real high proficiency level of shooting, but also take that for a grain of salt, recognizing that Jerry Mikulek could coach your competitive shooting very, very well. But when he's talking about team tactics, his opinion is not worth anything. So recognize that as well. Of me, I'm going to have some strengths and some shortcomings, and I hope that I'll be transparent about those, but maybe I wouldn't even know. And it's up to you to really know what you're looking for and who you can get that from. And I'm not going to be the answer to all of your questions and problems. I'm going to have weaknesses, and I'll have a few strengths in there as well. So one is competitive shooter, somebody who's highly ranked, amazing shooter. Secondarily, somebody in the law enforcement, federal agent realm who's really just been kicking doors, SWAT teaming it up for a long time. So you got that resume bullet, or three, some type of military dude who was doing something. Special operations is a shoe-in. That's where my background comes in, special operations, and I'm not a bad shooter. So anyway, those are one of the three. Now, that's not meaning that somebody who doesn't have those is not going to be a credible firearms instructor. It just means that's usually somebody who's doing it part-time. It's hard to make a full-time job living when you don't have one of those big three and compete at the highest levels, travel around the country. It's going to be tough. And also the question of your credibility will come up, and you got to point to one of those kind of three, if you want to have certain conversations with folks. So if you want to talk about fighter mindset or how a fight is going to go, and if we're talking gunfighting, it helps to be speaking to someone who's been in a gunfight. If you're talking about efficiency of draw and shooting or anything like that, then guess what? You don't need somebody who's grizzled up from battle who's been in a bunch of whatever. You don't need that. If you're just talking about skill set, fantastic. There you go. Of Jerry Mikulek on the table. That man I'd love for these guys to be able to. Experience isn't as important to me. I'm just looking for the efficiency, the skill set development. Now, furthermore, you could have one of those big kind of three background requirements and still be a walking wasteland of stupidity. So it's not like somebody has a background in SWAT, therefore everything they say doesn't need to be tested. On the contrary, just because someone has a background, just because someone has experience, guys, it's still up to you to hear what I say, use logic, and test what I say. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to agree with me. And guess what? I see things the way I see it, but that doesn't mean I'm right. I could be wrong. And so I think there's a whole bunch that goes into credibility of an instructor. Experience, proficiency, humility. What does the rest of the market say about them? You know, is their reputation good? Does anyone know them at all? You know, and what are they known for? I think you can start reading in, and that was a little bit more of a tangent than I meant it for. Let's keep pushing on. Let's see. Use night vision. Would you buy it? Yeah, I'd buy used night vision, but I just want to know who owned it before. So you got to be careful. Some folks will get out of the military and they take night vision that really belongs to the military and sell it. It's like hot goods, and you just bought that at a deep discount. Well, that's like that was an illegal transaction. You got to be careful about that. Also, it could be really, really damaged, jacked up tube. It could be just El Cheapo, whatever, and it's not going to last. So you want to look at brand name. You want to look at who owned it. I want to know, just like if you're buying a car used, we need a Carfax on that joker. I want to know how many owners. Did it live in a flood state? You need to know the history of who owned that night vision device. Look through it, play with it for a little while. So I would buy used night vision, but I'd be careful about it too. Twizzlers or Tootsie Rolls, that's really personal. Twizzlers. How many lumens on weapon-mounted lights? Is there such a thing as too many lumens on a light? So I used to come from a school of thought which was, it's not like there are big schools out there of thought on this, but my difficulty was when clearing in and around structures, and this could be a home defense situation, this could be any numbers of different situations, but in and around structures primarily. You turn on your light, and all of a sudden, all this light refracts out, blinds you, and now you can't hardly see. That's a bad thing, obviously. So I felt like kind of a good medium cup of porridge for me was something like the 300 lumen. It was bright enough to hurt somebody if they were dark adapted, meaning they get blinded, shut down. It's able to control and power. And so 300 lumens was kind of that warm cup of porridge for me. That changed as I started using light a little bit more judiciously in and around structures. So if all of a sudden you blast your light at a wall 2 feet in front of you, yeah, you're about to be blind for about 20 seconds as you struggle to regain your dark adaptation in possibly a tense situation. That's bad juju right there. But if you have a brain in low light and you don't just spuriously, spontaneously, sporadically, how about those adjectives, turn on your white light so that you're not really ever just pointing it at a wall 2 feet in front of you, you know where to use it, and you treat it more like a sniper shot. A lot of that splashback I was experiencing early on, it just didn't happen a lot. Anyway, what that meant is even with a lot more lumens, I wasn't getting all the splashback I was before because I really just learned how to navigate structures better with my white light. Now that had, hey, welcome Billy, who your first live stream ever. So what that meant for me now is bring on all the lumens. And now it still to this day, especially when I'm running 1,000 lumen light in and around structures, I can get a little bit of splashback, right? That's possible. Now in that, hopefully I'm running night vision. If I'm in a low light scenario, usually night vision, I mean, I'm a night vision guy. I taught it for years. And so I really love night vision. So anyway, being able to take that in. Now my white light, it can bounce all at once. It doesn't affect your vision at all if you have night vision. Blind all the way. It will affect me none. But even so, even without it, I'll take a little bit of pain as long as I can dole out an incredible amount of pain, right? I want to psychologically crush my opponent. If you hit somebody at close range with enough lumens, you can literally steal their will to fight. Somebody who had a gun, who was hiding behind something, and you hit them with 200 lumens is pissed off. You hit them with 1,000 and they say, whoa, all right, whatever. It hurts to get hit with a lot of lumens. So anyway, now I am really more in the big lumen camp. I love this light right here. I'll put it actually in the description of the video. I gave y'all 3 links. One is Patreon. Immediately following this video, I'll be doing a private live stream where I can actually read the questions. On this, it's just rapid fire. So I do the best I can and go. And I'm about to start reading y'all's questions. I got to get through that list first. Anyway, I list Patreon, and if you guys want to jump in that other, you got to join Patron, and those are kind of like the financial supporters of the society. It could be just like a buck or whatever. And guys, that isn't a pitch. Like, don't join. But I mean, if you want to, that's what we're doing immediately following, and I put a link down below. Second one was my website, in case you guys want it all cool, whatever awesomeness. We appreciate your support a lot. And then the third was my Amazon store. Stuff I like this light is in my Amazon cart. This light is the Streamlight Pro Tag, and it's like $110 or something with the button and everything. And it's 1,000 lumens. It's awesome, awesome light. How about that? Anybody blind? And that's in my Amazon store. So check out my Amazon store. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll lose 10 pounds. All right, here we go. Last one, eye dominance and night vision. Doesn't matter. Your eye, the dominant eye is one thing during the day, but if you put on a PVS 14 or dual tubes, whatever, your eye dominance doesn't matter. What's the dominant eye? It's the one that can see at night. And if this one's green and this one has nothing, then this is your new dominant eye. That's the one that can see. So eye dominance does not factor in with night vision. You can tune each goggle to your eye, and that's what you'll do. So when you are rocking and rolling with night vision, rocking and rolling with night vision, what you'll want to do to tune your goggle is adjust the objective lens, then the eyepiece lens, then the objective lens. It's something like maybe about 15 feet. Put some letters on a wall and just dial it down. Front, then rear, then front. Not a lot of people care about that, but anyway, that's how it is. All right, guys. Got through those questions, so now I'm going to be reading in on yours as I lean creepily in right here. All right. Any plans for more war stories with John? Yes, I hate doing them, man, because never do I shoot so badly as my war stories with John on YouTube, man. Just an absolute mess, but they're really fun, and it's great training. So I really like it. That's the point of it. A lot of people think that it's about the story. It's not. It's just I want to be able to, without thought, without gaming it, with no mulligans and no plan, just all of a sudden flip the switch into slay targets, use cover, and don't be a target myself, and see how we do. And you notice the way I move, very aggressive. It's not like competitive shooting at all. It doesn't mean to be. It's not just concerned with shooting the other target. It's also about not being a target myself. And that's how I move differently when I'm out of competition mode and I'm in gunfighter mode, right? Arden Kerr, my old buddy, I just saw his name. What's happening, man? No way I can find you anymore, but I saw your name. What's happening, man? It's good when I see old friends pop in, so that's pretty cool. All right, John Lovell, do you know when Surefire's releasing whatever it is? I don't know. I haven't been following release. EDC knife. Whoever said that, thank you. John Doe, so many of you guys will be surprised. I carry a really cheap, yes, I have, white phosphorus. You guys remind me, I'll cover that in a moment. So EDC, one is I'm traveling the country a lot. I'm on airplanes all the time, and I have some high dollar Benchmades and auto Benchmades and Emersons and stuff, and I really like those as folders, right? I carry a really cheap one now. This one's cheap, like even the blade wobbles on it. It's a piece of crap, but it's got this wave feature that allows, as soon as I pull it out, it auto deploys. It's really thin, which is what I like in a knife, and it's got this big dip here, which is, these are things that I look for in knives. I like the big dip and tackier grip so that if I stab, because this is a fighting tool, if I stab and it hits, doesn't quite pierce the intercostal spaces in a rib cage, or hits rib or hits anything, my hand doesn't slip down over the blade. So I want a big stop right there, which this one does have. Something to push my thumb on too for thrusting power and slicing power. That's good, and it's auto deploy, and it's the knife shape that I like with no serrations, which can hard to sharpen, and it can also get caught in clothing on the way out. So anyway, this is one little knife, but this is really, I say all that, this is really just a work knife, and I like it because it's a piece of crap. This is like a $25 knife. And if I lose it on the range or at TSA because I forgot to take it out of my pocket, then I don't care. I can hurt people with it. It opens my boxes, but it's a piece of crap because I'm carrying it all the time. So that's one little thing. It's not my favorite. And again, this is in my Amazon store. So check out my Amazon store for this type thing. And again, I'm warning you, it's not like a super baller knife. I'm telling you what I'm carrying right now and why, and I've got other stuff that I like a lot better, but I'm afraid of losing it. Another thing is, if I was not able to carry a gun, I'm not really excited about a whole lot of knives out there, and I've got a ton of knives. This is my favorite one. If I wasn't carrying a gun, I would be carrying this blade in appendix as if it was a gun, right? So this is my knife. The beauty about this is you don't need some sexy martial art designed for knife fighting, screamer or whatever you're studying. All you need to do is pull this joker out, put it in a hand, keep someone at distance, and box. That's it. And you're gonna slay. Just keep space, and as they keep coming in, box. Use little jabs, and you're going to win, right? Favorite book of the Bible? Oh, impossible. Why do you ask me such hard questions? Impossible. Favorite book of the Bible? Probably, if I had to live just in one, Romans. But yeah, probably the book of Romans, because it's just got such deep life theological beef in it. I could live in Romans, but I really love the Samuels as well. First and Second Samuel, really like that. It's got the story of David and the birth of special operations. Just got a bunch of really cool baller warrior poet stuff. So hey, take it easy, Josh. Thanks for tuning in. Glock 19 or P226, overwhelmingly Glock 19. Best thing SIG's done in years, I think, is the 320. But I think the 320's got to have a lot of evolutions, as I believe those guns are going to start breaking down over time. Overall, I think the 320 is a massive improvement over what SIG's had before, but I think it's going to start breaking down. There's just too many little tiny itty bitty hairline spring type parts in it. So time will tell whether I'm right or not. We'll see. The jacket is a Vertex jacket. Make sure if you ever purchase anything off Vertex, it's a kind of a stud of a jacket with all kinds of things in there, and it's got the 37.5 cooling tech or whatever fabric magic they put in there, so it stays hot when you want it hot, cool when you want it cool. And I don't know how that wizardry works, but actually I'm starting to be a believer. I think it works. So anyway, cool jacket, Vertex. If y'all ever buy anything Vertex, use my code. It'll save you 25%, which is an amazing discount. All you have to do is type in War Poet. Yeah, and it's kind of a gray man jacket. It's a tactical type thing, but it's not a, hey, I am carrying 5 guns type jacket. Let's see, what caliber is more relevant, 40 or 45? I'd say 40 is more relevant, but just go ahead and get an 9mm. What does the knife design look like? Sure, I'll flash it right here. I know the design, but anyway, here, I'll flash it real quick. Bop. Right there. We got all kinds of things in there, but I drew it wrong.
Rath's tourniquet, like 50 times.
Okay, Rath's tourniquet. All right. That was Mrs. Poet saying I need to talk about the Rath's tourniquet right here. And we'll test it while I'm on right here. No, somebody's not going to think that's funny. Needs more cowbell. I have a steel target that's a cowbell somewhere. It's still in the box. It's been there for months. I had a funny video idea for it that I haven't had time for. But no, I do not hunt. People only. And anyway, 972 folks, guys. Not bad. Not bad. Protecting your gear in your car. Good question. Hey, what was the thing I was just talking about? Come on, why do y'all distract me like this? This is terrible. I need to talk about this, but I was just talking about something. Somebody tell me what I was talking about. Knife. I don't remember what I was saying about the knife. You're a bunch of liars. Some of y'all are trying to segment. The knife design. Ah, yes, the knife design. Anyway, on the design, I suck at art, and so I ended up drawing the blade too fat. I want a meatier handle. It's the handle is more important to me than the blade itself, which may seem way backwards to you. It's the handle that matters the most to me. But I wanted the knife skinnier, and so my design wasn't tip-top. But again, so the idea on the website, we're about to blow the website out with a bunch of stuff. Working on a revolutionary, it'll change the industry completely coming out. We're in kind of the final design phases. We have working prototypes as well of a new steel target, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to say much more about that. We also have some steel targets and whatnot already on the website that are really cool. I have some of it right here, this cool little thing. This is on the website now. So it's kind of like an all-terrain target. This is Ahmed, if you've never met him before. He can lift right out of here. Oh, sorry guys. Stand by just a moment. Hold on. All right, you can drop this guy in here, and now you have an IPSC target stand, or you can put this in, and now you have a steel target that's already angled in. So these are by Sheepdog, but we have a collab going on now so that you'll get this, and now it says Warrior Poet Society, Warrior Poet here. I love this stuff, and so you can get this jazz, and it all breaks down pretty easy when you pull the pins out. These legs just kind of come straight out, and you can lay it all pretty flat. It's just these little cotter pins. Anyway, I'm going to do it right now while y'all are watching so I don't lose it. But anyway, pretty cool. Hey, there's my Harley. All right, let's see. RASP experience. I love that you said RASP. I actually went through when it was called RIP, back when it had a good acronym, Ranger Indoctrination Program. Sounds more aggressive, and I think it probably because it was. All right, Rat's tourniquet, for real. Rat's tourniquet, real neat. I will be coming up with a new video on the Rat's tourniquet soon. There's only a couple TCCC approved tourniquets. This is not one of them. However, before you panic and say, well, I need to just get those, I don't think TCCC has added any tourniquets or even really reviewed any for edition in like well over a decade. So it's not there because it's not a valid solution. It's there because they're not adding anymore, right? So this has worked real world. I know the owner personally who created this, and I'm going to let him tell you a really cool story about how this saved a life, the design, and how it worked. Now, I recommended this early on because I think the design is amazing. You can carry it really easy on your everyday carry without any bulk, which is a big deal for me because I don't want to feel, again, like I'm wearing a Batman utility belt with all the cool guy emergency EDC gear. But this one I could carry. I questioned it because somebody I really respect asked me some questions, and led me to believe that I needed to do a little bit more research before I recommended it to folks. I would be fine carrying it myself, but I don't want to lead you guys astray. So anyway, I'm going to be meeting with him at SHOT Show this next week, and we plan on doing a video on this. So anyway, if you're carrying one of these, I think that may be just fine. You need to know how to use it. Here's the Rats right here. There's the little loop, and you're supposed to come through that loop. The leg or arm goes through this. This is also on my Amazon store, so look below. Rat single use. No, it is not single use. Have fun with them. All right. Hey, we did this. Check it out. Let's look at the website together, guys. Boom. This is my sweet MacBook. Pro store. We got all kinds of stuff here, but I want you to look at the targets. Cool. Pens are new. I'll be wearing those at SHOT Show, and if you find me, maybe I'll give you something. Bracelets. There's our Train Hard, Train Smart patch. Check that junk out. So it's something a little more nondescript to go on tactical gear, body armor, and vests. There you go. Looks awesome. Check that junk out. So please support us and get that stuff. But I wanted to be able to go ahead and, hey, shirts, tumblers, yay for that. Kept coffee cold or hot literally the whole day on the range when I was in Alabama. Here's all the targets and whatnot. These are really, really cool. And we're coming out with something else. It'll be more expensive than all of it, but it's awesome. And you figure out whether it's in your budget or not. If not, it's totally cool. But I think they're cool. So anyway. All right, what else? Do you recommend helmets for the everyday man? I have a helmet so that I can carry night vision on it. That's why I have a helmet, is so I can put night vision on it. If I, yeah. All right, let's see. Did you ever work with JTAC and TACP? Yes. Let's see, give a shout out to my son, Gage. What's up, Gage? How's it going, man? Rip here too. We're getting old, John. Yes, we are, Super Trooper. Terrible. Got to check before my videos to make sure I don't have too much white hair so that I don't get hassled and hazed in my videos. All right, let's keep checking on stuff. I will have to go for my Patreon. I will leave this one so I can do a live video that's smaller and more intimate in the next thing for Patron supporters. If you want to join that live, you got to become a patron. But there's a link below for patron.com. Michigan's coming up in like 5 months. What type of hair product do you use? I use whatever shampoo is hanging around, and I don't put gel in my hair because I was a Ranger, not a SEAL. Airsoft gun training, any thoughts? Airsoft can be a really, really good tool. It can denigrate into kind of a dog chasing a cat around a tree if you don't have a trainer and some good controls. And some realism will happen with airsoft training, and some stuff that's very unrealistic will happen as well. I've used airsoft in the past as a training tool personally to great success, and I've incorporated into classes with limited success. Rifle classes, I'll work on them. Sorry, Malcolm. Malcolm, what's happening, buddy? I recognize you. So many dudes who have taken classes with. So that's awesome. All right, personal body armor. Yes, body armor for concealed whatever carry. One is off-body kind of armor to put in a bag, which I always have with me in my Vertex everyday carry bag, EDC bag, which I've always got with me. It's got an armor panel, so literally I can just spin it around in front of me, and now I have a bulletproof vest that I can fight behind. So that's usually what I've got. I've always got body armor on me. Not on me, but with me on me. So, and now I'm ready to fight. If you want plates or something, I've got a Faro Concepts rig here. Can y'all see that? Yeah, that's Faro, but I take all this crap off, so anyway, I was just playing around, take all that stuff off, so it's all just real streamlined. And there's some really, really good stuff out there. I just haven't really been playing with it because I'm doing more of kind of like the velocity and the bigger armor setups. So anyway. Let's see, pistol range drills for people with regular gun range. Man, sorry. For the regular gun range, they're not going to let you do a lot. You're going to have to supplement with a lot of dry fire, maybe even some airsoft-ish stuff. They're not going to let you do draw. They're not going to let you do rapid fire or target transitions, no movement, all the stuff you need in a gunfight. So really, you can work on your fundamentals at a normal kind of gun range, and that's it. You cannot train to fight at a normal gun range. You got to find some land, or you got to find a place that will let you to. IDPA will help. So there's Malcolm again. Callie misses you. I'll try to make it back, brother. Good to see you. Let's see. Room clearing vid. Yes, I'll plan on doing some room clearing videos soon. Room clearing was kind of always a speciality to me. It's kind of the great outwork. It's just a great snapshot of the furious chess that combat is, and so I really like it. The mental challenge. AK fan, sure. 762, yes. CCW insurance, it could be a good idea, but really, guys, whatever your guess is kind of as good as mine with CCW insurance. I mean, ultimately, it's going to come down to whether you did the right thing. But I mean, you can do everything right and still go to jail for you. So having an organization have your back can be good. So anyway, US CCA is good. Those are the two places. There's the NRA carry guard stuff or the USCCA. And I have not investigated or compared. Tony does USCCA. I don't know what the costs are for anything. I have my own instructor insurance that's kind of like big bukus of stuff, and I have enough NRA instructor level certificates. I've been a speaker for NRA, and I have their insurance. If I get in trouble and they don't come to bat for me, I will mention it out loud on social media, and that would look real bad for them. I think they will show up in court with me if I need them. But that's just kind of where I'm at. John, did you like the hot sauce? I'm still eating it. Man, you didn't warn. It's like 2 or 3 drops. Mix it in well, or you'll regret. Yeah, anyway. So you didn't warn me that, but thanks for the hot sauce, brother. What about airsoft plate carriers for real use? I don't know, man. I have no idea. All right, let's see what else. Regret the next day. Let's see. Bolt action rifles for for long range shooting. Bolt action's awesome, man. Yeah. Sure. All right. What else? Come to Arizona? I need to. I went to Arizona this last year. Mrs. Poet! Check out websites. Look at Mrs. Poet. She's over there. You sexy minx. I'm going to get in trouble. She's about to open that door. I'm going to be in trouble for saying that publicly. Somebody asked, is white phosphor worth it? Let's see. White phosphor is going to add something like $800 or $1,000 onto the cost of the tube. It's not doing something operational. So in night vision, it's either green, but now you can get it white. It's a little bit more intuitive, just a little bit right off the bat. It also reduces eye fatigue and mental fatigue, I believe, and it just kind of makes it a little bit cleaner. It's kind of it's kind of like the feel of going HD to normal TV, kind of there, but it's not actually giving better clarity. That has to do with how thin, or whether it's a filmless tube. That has to do with something completely different. So it's not like it's giving you clarity, it's changing color. If you have the extra money, you'll be glad you did it, but it's not doing something operationally that green is not. So if you did it, you'd be glad you did, but you don't need to. That's the best thing I could say. Hey, see you, Super Trooper. Take it easy. Rangers lead the way, brother. Favorite ear pro? So, yeah, ear pro. Blah. So, if you are just a normal Joe, going to the range, I have these in my Amazon store as well, so visit the link below. These are the Howard lights. They're like $30. That's nothing. They last long. They're very, very tough. The batteries are good. They're pretty comfortable, and man, they really cancel noise well, and they amplify really well. I was amazed at how good these are. Amazed at how good these are. Even compared to these are like 30 or 40. These, like this and what's on my helmet, these are like $600-700. So these are like really, really expensive, and partially because the comms are built into it. It's got the gel cups, which are way more comfortable, and these are going to sound a little bit better too, and cancel noise out really well. But anyway, if you need something like this, I'd say Liberator 2s. I haven't tried the Liberator 3s. These are really, really good, but if you're just like normal range use, get these. I think they're fantastic. And I've tried a few different brands out. When I say a few, probably like 6 or 7 different brands, and that's my favorite cheap man version, cheap man option. Make sure if you do get the stuff, if you're training all by yourself, you don't need noise amplification, but if you're going to attend any training classes or you're going to shoot regularly with other people, you want something that will amplify sound. So it's battery operated, and these are the best ones I've seen that are cheap. My everyday reading Bible is the ESV. I also like to read out of the NIV, the 1986 version, not the gender neutral 2010. Felons owning guns, above my pay grade. Yeah, let's see. Just a couple more. Favorite Bible verse, probably from Colossians. While we were dead in our sins and the uncircumcision of our sinful nature, Christ made us alive. He canceled the written debt which stood opposed to us and against to us. He took it away, nailing it to the cross, and having disarmed the public rulers and authorities, he made a public spectacle of them, triumphing over them on the cross. That's just a stud verse, and you can build a life around that. Let's see. All right, Piper and MacArthur, both are studs, but I'd go MacArthur. I'm sorry, I would go Piper, though he was really, he is a breath away from pacifism, which really is bothersome to me. What great respect I have for both of those guys. Amazing. Job, yeah, no kidding. Job's a great book. All right, guys, hey, that's it for me. I got to sign off. I'm going to go live here on Patreon in just a few minutes. Thanks so much for staying tuned. I'll do another Q&A real soon and start rolling out even more videos for you. So train hard, train smart. You knew I was going to say that. And stay cool, guys. All right, take it easy. And we are gone.